everyone. It's Islands Wednesday.
Islands Wednesday.
Islands Wednesday. How did you like our new intro?
Did you like it?
Let us know if you liked it. It's our new 2024 intro.
Thank you, Gabby.
Thank you, Gabby.
She's amazing. She's our assistant.
Wow, this is like
or
so
lead.
far.
Feels like you're close.
Ooh, it does. It's like right here.
It's very big.
We're back in studio, so we are back with our normal computer. So I guess maybe we're used to being on the laptop or
Yeah. Better picture, better sound,
Woo!
better.
I guess.
Apple computer,
yeah.
by the way. So shout out to Apple. High quality computers. Listen, I mean, there's the age old fight. Whether you like the iPhone or the Android, whatever, they fight back and forth.
I don't know.
We don't care. All we know is it works well. We have HP as well. They do good, but this one happens to be Apple.
Yeah.
Amazing setup. So Gabby, thank you for the intro.
Tonight is a little weird. I don't know. 2024 is off to a rough start already.
Yeah.
How many days are we? 3 days into it? Whew. It's been
3
crazy.
days into it.
It's been crazy.
Not even 3 full days, right? Until tonight.
Not even.
But
all right,
anyway,
so
we got news, we got travel,
yeah,
we got
news.
Exciting stuff, we got fun stuff,
yes.
We have some sad news, we've got
yeah.
craziness.
So let's start off. Make sure you like and share to your groups. Let me know if you do a group share. You get 2 entries. You get regular share. Just share. Excuse me. Also, just a reminder: we don't know that you're watching if you don't comment. So even if you put a little smiley face or hello, whatever you want to put on there, I don't care. Just so we can know who's watching us. All right. For those of you that are watching are on demand on YouTube, thank you for joining us. If you ever want to see us live, hop on over to Postcard Travel Planning Facebook or Amy Post, either one. And then you can be entered in these drawings if you're watching us live. All right. So, and thanks for coming if you're watching us on demand on YouTube. And for those of you that are watching it live, if you want to rewatch it on demand, go to our YouTube channel. So there's the plugs for it.
Yeah. Yes. The plugs for it. So we are Postcard Travel Planning, and we are coming to you from a very cold Florida right now.
Yeah.
It's not cold like up north, but it is cold where when it's raining, it's 50 or below 50, it's 48 degrees and raining. It's cold.
Well, we're in Tallahassee. It is, I don't even know what it is outside. And it's raining. Do you know what the temperature is?
It was like 52.
I'm gonna tell you.
Right
it
now.
is 47 degrees.
Told you it's 48.
In Tallahassee. Outside.
48. So I thought it was when it's cold. And a little bit of breeze. All right, so moving on, we got some great news. We got some fun news. We've got a year in review. I got a few things to talk about. Amy has some great things to talk about. I do have to talk about that plane incident. And I kind of clear things up for y'all on that. If you don't know, I can do that. I can speak from experience. I'm a pilot. I had mishaps before.
Well, I don't know that some people have seen what's going on. So we'll talk about what's going on in a little bit.
Yep. Okay. Starting off, we got
drink of the week.
Delight Martini, and it is a delight because I made it. Here you go. Cheers.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good. I'll take it, I guess.
What better way to start the new year than with alcohol?
That's right.
God's gift to families. If you got children, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't have children, if you have a job and a bad boss, you know what I'm talking about.
God's gift to me. Thank you.
So our drink of the week comes from Bali. That's right. Randy from Bali. Bet you don't know where Bali is. What country is Bali?
You're not saying it right anyway. Bali.
Bali, what country?
Gosh, I don't know. Indonesia.
Yeah. Studying. Wow, gold star for the day. There's no way I would have thought that.
You didn't think I was that smart, did you?
People say it's not from there.
I am a travel agent. I think I should know what country Bali is in.
You can't see it, but this whole wall over here is a giant world map.
Which I didn't look.
It's a giant world map. It is true. That's most people get that confused.
Yes.
Yeah. So all right. So moving on. Here's our drink of the week. Thank you, Randy. From Celebrity Beyond.
From Bali, since you can't say it right. From Bali.
Bali. We got invited there, by the way. We have some.
That would be great. We should go to Bali. I would love
it. Let me tell you, we've made some great connections with people on cruises. Yeah, especially the workers. We've been invited to several countries. I mean, people have asked us to go to South Africa, Bali, Indonesia.
Everywhere.
Where else? Serbia.
Anyway,
Anyway, moving on.
What are you
She wants to
starting with
move on.
tonight?
So
I
let's
do.
start with, do you want to do year in review? You want to get the bad news out of the way? Want to talk about the plane? Let's do, let's get the bad news out of the way. Let's talk about the airline crash in Japan, Tokyo. So a Japanese airliner, and I'll give you the whole story. So the plane crashed. It was given permission to land while another airplane, a Japan Coast Guard plane, was still on the runway with 5 crew members in it. And they landed the airlines, the Japanese plane with a lot of passengers on board, and it struck the other plane and it caught fire right there, and it continued down the runway as it's trying to stop. So a lot of people, you're probably going to speculate, how does that happen? Well, it's human error on top of computer error. A combination of things had to happen. The Coast Guard plane was given permission to taxi and continue taxiing, and was doing that, as well as the tower gave permission for the plane to land. And there's a point, it's called the DH, decision height. Decision height for a plane when a big airliner is coming in, it cannot pull out. There's a point where it has to land because it cannot pull up because it will crash. It's the point where they have to make that decision height. And planes, you see planes sometimes have to take off and go around, but there's some that want to do that. But once they reach a certain height, depending on the size of the aircraft, the speed, the weight of the aircraft, what's on board, and so forth. So anyways, the plane crashed, killed the 5 Coast Guard personnel. So that's the sad news is
yeah, and I don't think the news is pretty clear on that, because
no,
when I
they
saw
kept
the
bouncing
crash,
it around.
they
That's
didn't
why I
say
gave it
that
to you.
they landed, at the same time or on top of the whatever they did. So that's why he kept telling me Coast Guard, and I was like, "There's no Coast Guard." Then I heard 5 Coast Guard had been killed, and I was like, "Well, wait a second, nobody on the plane was killed." So they weren't really clear on what happened with that. But our hearts go out to the families. It's sad
of the Coast Guardsmen and the families that were on that plane. But this is if there's a positive takeaway from that, we have learned it. We're so much better the airline crashes and stuff. And think about those fire crews, those rescue crews that got all those passengers, 100 and something people off that plane, kids and everything, and nobody.
Wasn't there like 400 people? Because they said
it was
the engine was on fire, is what they said on the news. The engine was on. It was weird. I don't know. Anyway,
whole 400 people, 100 and something people. Anyway, they got them all off. The fire, continued to burn, because at that point, crash fire rescue, their only job or their main job is to protect the fuselage so that people can get off safely, and that's what they did. And you know what? Unfortunately, those people died in the Coast Guard plane, which was much smaller, obviously. Okay, moving on. Don't be afraid to fly. Those are very few, far between mishaps. And like you had a whole airliner, everybody walked away from it. So, okay, there you go. So moving on. So let's talk about Carnival. Carnival Cruises, John Harold, that they had a post, and we're going to give a shout out to Daniel Klein from the Street. And he posted this article, and we're going to give him credit because he's up on a lot of things, a lot of breaking news. But this one is it was an article posted through John Harold on Carnival, because there's a lot of people get very angry when they're 2 weeks out from their cruise or 3 weeks out from the cruise, and they have a medical emergency and they want a refund. It's not happening.
Not unless you have insurance.
It's not happening unless you have the insurance. And some of the insurance through like Carnival, Royal Caribbean, the cruise lines have it. There's sometimes better outside, so we're not going to debate that. We travel advisors will give you the best advice for the trip that you're doing. But anyway, with that, he was like, without insurance, he can't help you. And he said he gets very sad because he gets screamed at through emails and yelled at and talked very badly. It's not going to happen. So it's not a hotel. Even hotels 2 days out don't like to give you back your money, or sometimes a week. But Carnival Cruise, Royal Caribbean, Norwegian, doesn't matter what it is. Once you get inside that decision point, once you final payment, it's going to be very hard to get your money back.
Well,
so we'll talk about insurance on another
during COVID, they were very forgiving with things being canceled.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
And this past year, they quit doing that. They went back to their policies pre-COVID. So if you have to cancel on, for sickness, you got to have insurance. Otherwise, you're in a penalty phase. So, it's very hard to move it, or to, I had a client that just didn't like the ship they had scheduled and they wanted to move it. It cost them $700 just to move a cruise. So, you're very And even that insurance wouldn't have covered even if they had insurance because
Just off the
it's
top
just
of your head,
penalties.
just a rough idea. Somebody's taking a cruise that costs them $3,000, a balcony on whatever cruise line for a Caribbean cruise. Two people. What are you talking for
Few
insurance?
$100 depending, but it's based
Okay.
on price, age, but normally between $200 and $300.
200 or 300. There you go.
Mhm.
So if you're investing 3,000,
Mhm.
200 or 300, you want to put it in. I will tell you, over the years, we don't do it most of the time, but there are times when it's right to do it and
Yeah,
makes sense.
and a lot of these cruise lines will let you add insurance, like when you go to do your online check-in before 2 weeks. The problem with that insurance doesn't start until your actual travel day starts. So you have to be very careful with when you're adding insurance, what type of insurance you're adding. Like Dennis said, I could do a whole show on insurance. So, anyway,
Probably should
that,
nowadays, especially with that
that's
article
what
being out.
advisors are for. We're here to advise you and give you the best option for whatever vacation that you're booking. So,
But the value of it, and we have a deal. So if we have a cruise booked and we're going, and Amy can't go, I'm allowed to go and
take
take
your
a
girlfriend.
companion. Yeah.
Mhm.
But if I can't go, Amy has to stay home. So, yeah.
Correct. See, that I don't know how fair that is, but
That's
the
fairness
street,
clause.
the
Hey.
street definitely doesn't go both ways when it comes to that. So, is that there in the relationship agreement? In
It
the funny
is.
we
Yeah,
were
we're
watching
talking our kids.
Big Bang Theory?
Our kids
Yeah.
are going to have two of our boys may move in together here shortly.
Yeah.
And if if they move in, you know what oil and
Oh,
vinegar
that renting
is?
agreement. What do we call it?
Oil and water, oil and vinegar.
Oh goodness.
The two of them are going to
Anyway.
have a relationship agreement. Okay,
Oh,
so moving
goodness.
on. What you got? You had the Disney stuff.
Yeah, so we
Let's talk
talked.
about it.
I think we touched on it a couple weeks ago. Disney was getting rid of their reservations starting January 9th. However, they came out with a little revised version of it. So, excuse me, I'm still have this lingering cough. So starting January 9th, there are a few tickets that you do not need park reservations. So one is going to be a one-day ticket or that you buy for a specific date for a theme park. Okay. So you go in, they ask you the date you're going. That's it. You don't need reservation. The one-day ticket with Park Hopper, date-based multi-ticket. So if you're going on a Friday to Tuesday and you buy the 3-day ticket, it starts on one day, ends on another day. Vacation package, annual, where it gets funky for reservations, it's going to be your annual pass. So here's the word about the annual pass. Reservations required. Annual pass may visit the theme park after 2 p.m. without a theme park reservation, except Saturdays and Sundays at Magic Kingdom. Applicable blackout dates apply. Annual passes are subject to the Walt Disney World annual pass terms and conditions, blah, blah, blah. So if you have an annual pass and you're trying to go after 2, you really need to look at that because it's saying Saturday, Sundays, not to Magic Kingdom. But the other parks, you're fine. The other thing is they're keeping theme park reservations for student group tickets, sport and convention tickets, annual passes, pass holders. So you're going to really have to watch that. And then other ticket types. One was the military pass. We do a lot of buying the discounted military. Those you still have to have reservations for. And then other things they have like good to go days for annual pass holders, but you still have to make reservations. So all I can tell you is if you have Disney tickets, they're not completely doing away with the reservations. Please make sure you're reading the fine print when it comes to reservations for Disney.
Yep.
So,
and if you remember, Universal did not do that reservation thing. They had a line though. At times they had line where they had to limit the amount of people and you had to wait till people left and go in, whatever. I like that. What you said, it was the what you call it, they said, but some of
good
them
to go days.
good to go days to be posted on their website on
Yeah.
a calendar, so they know that it doesn't matter as long as they check in their first park. So if they planned on going to, let's say, Magic Kingdom first, and then they wanted to go to Epcot, they had to check in Magic Kingdom first.
Yeah,
you're just
really
get the
gonna have to
numbers right,
watch.
so they could watch.
You know,
the
at first
numbers.
they said after the 13th, no one was going to need reservations. That's what they first came out with. So they've changed it a little bit since then. But I just to throw in there, we not recently learned a few months ago because we did buy our kids these passes. Universal has a great military pass. It's a year pass. So if you're in the military and you're looking for something to do that's not as expensive as a Disney pass, check into the Universal pass because it's for both parks and the water park. You get a great rate for it's a year pass, so it's awesome. So
And they
check
can
into
get
that.
several. So the sponsor of it, whoever's in the military, been in the military, still
Or
in the
the
military,
spouse.
or the
Mhm.
spouse can go get them, and then they can get them for the kids and so forth.
Yeah.
Like we got, obviously me, I'm retired military, so I get it. But my one son was a Marine. He's still Jacob. He's still in the Coast Guard, so he's active, and then our other son Jordan is
Yeah.
active duty. So they're all
And
set.
it's very inexpensive. Between the two of us, we could get 12 passes because we both have military IDs. So it's a really great thing Universal's doing for the military. So have to give a shout out to them.
Jordan and his girlfriend are going. They're buying them, I think, tomorrow. And then Jacob and Natalie and the grandkids are all doing theirs next. So, yep. Okay, so let's talk about some good stuff. Talk about the new cruise ships. We talked about this, about the market, and I got a thing on the stocks. Why is the stocks down? And I'm going to talk to you about that real quick. Amy's got the stock deals and all that stuff over there. But the reality of it is the cruise industry is back, and they're selling out cruise ships and so forth. Record numbers of people. And I got some statistics here, but I want to talk to you about the 14 new cruise ships coming out in 2024. And the first one is Icon, which Icon has been launched already.
Weeks, it'll be here.
It's already
actually next week.
It already launched, so but it's coming in January. So that's the number one. Sun Princess from Princess, Queen Anne from Cunard, so another Queen ship. Silver Rayo from Silver Seas, Main Shift 7. It's TUI Cruise Lines. We've talked about that before. I know you don't know what it is probably, but it's a German Royal Caribbean cruise line. They do go to Port Canaveral. I did videos of it going in and out of there. So that's what that one is. Main Shift 7, TUI. Utopia. Oh, back to the Icon, world's largest cruise ship now. 250,800 tons. The next biggest one is Utopia, 231,000, another Oasis class ship. It's a 6th in the series of that. Brilliant Lady, Virgin. Explorer Journeys. Explorer Journeys is the brand new from MSC Cruise Lines. Explorer, let's see. American Liberty, which those are the river cruises. There's two ships, American Liberty and American Legend. Those both came out. Here's another one. Ritz-Carlton launched their ILMA cruise ship. It's under Ritz-Carlton collection. It's a very fine cruise line, only 456 people. It's going to be very detailed, high-end service. So if you didn't know Ritz-Carlton, they're in it. Viking. They got Vikings also coming to Florida with their ocean vessels. So Viking, there's a new Viking Vela. Disney Treasure, of course, coming out. There's another one here, Ocean Expeditions. It's an expedition ship. Doesn't hold a few hundred people, but it's Jansenist, and that's the 14th one, so it's small. There's 14 cruise ships, but there are 3 to 5 years of cruise ships ordered now that they're paying on to come out. So the industry is exploding.
Yeah.
So,
yep. It's gonna be crazy. Just to touch on the Icon of the Seas. Each port has their own port cam, so you can go in and watch. It keeps it live. Dennis and I like to sit and do that. We put it on TV and watch the cruise ships go in and out. I believe it's January 9th. It's coming into the port of Miami, if I'm correct on that date. So make sure that you go to Miami Port Cam. You'll be able to see the ship come in, though. It'll be on there. I think they have a Facebook page, all kinds of stuff. So just be on the lookout for that.
There's actually 2 different cameras in the Port of Miami. So if you do Port of Miami camera, there's one that pans back and forth. It comes from channel side, which is there's a big outdoor mall or indoor mall and outdoor area marina there that's on the southwest side of the port. It faces across. Really good video. I mean, you can zoom in a little, but it pans back and forth up and down the channel. And then there's another one that goes straight down from about on Biscayne Boulevard, looking straight down the channel. So
if you have a smart TV, go to YouTube and then just search it, and you'll see it. It's on. They have it live on YouTube.
Live Port of Miami camera. But if you get in there, it'll also have at the top a drop down box. You can go Port Canaveral. You can go Port Tampa. You can go.
Almost every port has one.
Oh, we go to Martinique. We do St. Thomas. We go. So very smart that technology is there. So we actually enjoy doing it.
That's what we do. How boring are we that we sit and watch live cruise cams or port cams? I don't know.
We called our son because we saw MacArthur Causeway was stopped down there in Miami. We called our son as a trooper to find out how bad accident to shut MacArthur Causeway down.
He's like, what are you guys watching? Why are you calling me?
But you can see the traffic's all stopped. It was pretty awesome.
He's like, you have nothing better to do than watch the traffic? I'm like, well, that's what us old folks do now. We watch the cruise cams. I don't know.
Before we do the year in review, we got I want to, before she goes into the stocks and a couple other things she has, stock report. We get these questions all the time. Why are the cruise line stocks still low? Why are stocks low? So, and coming into January, typically people sell off in December and come into January, but the market's flexible right now. It's very vulnerable. But why are cruise stocks down? Couple reasons is that they're selling back in. They had record numbers of sales, but remember they're paying off debt and stuff from the pandemic. Going into the year, a little uncertainty, a lot of new cruise ships coming in. So I will tell you right now, it is a hot market still. So if you buy in there, it's still going to go up. But JetBlue, why is JetBlue down? Why is JetBlue? It was in at $4 and something. How much is JetBlue?
$4.91 right now.
$4.91. Well, they're in a tussle right now. First off, they're a predominantly East Coast market, and that market got hit with bad weather. We had lots of delays. Remember all the cancellations and stuff like that? So that affected them. They also bought Spirit Airlines, and that got jammed up in court for maybe illegal trading or something. So it's in a lawsuit. So if they win it, things are going to turn around dramatically. If you don't win it, JetBlue is they're trying to recover. And I'm sure they will, but they're not as big as United, American, Southwest, so they can recover. Yeah. But the positive thing is stocks are low. If you buy it now and they recover, all they got to do is get Spirit Airline. Mm-hmm. Spirit Airline has a ton of aircraft, and they're more efficient, newer aircraft. So that whole industry for JetBlue is going to turn around. So that's why it's low. Yeah. So if you want to, you got some extra money laying around, that stock could go from $4.50 to $20 overnight. So
and then sell.
And then sell. Then sell. Okay, there you go.
All right.
All right.
Are you going to do your year in review before I do stocks?
Yeah. Do you have anything else? Would you talk about the Disney?
Let's talk just about what we have coming up. If you missed it, we have our NCL Jade cruise coming next weekend. That's out of Tampa. Unfortunately, it is sold out now. We will be reporting to you. We have one more night Wednesday here live. And then we will be coming to you to show you the Jade. I don't think we have been on the Jade before. We've been on her sister ship. So we'll show you the Jade. We will have some people actually give some reviews about traveling with us and doing our group because quite a few of you on here will be on that cruise. And I'll have them do some comments so that we can show you about what we do with our groups. Because I don't think we really go into detail about the things that we do when we do travel with our groups.
Why is it always the sister ship? Why can't it be the brother ship? Why can't it be like the nephew, the great grandchild?
Didn't we go through this before? No, the ships are always female because they're spectacular. Sorry, I don't know.
No, that's a very.
Anyway, the other my phone has been going crazy. We'll talk about that in a second.
They have a thing. It's called mute.
Anyway, so our next group coming up will be on the Norwegian Escape in March. We still do have cabins, so please do not miss that.
Discounted.
It's going to be a phenomenal group. We're going to have a great time. We always have a great time on our groups. But it is wave season. So let's talk about, of course, like Dennis likes to point out, my phone goes off. I have been nonstop since after Christmas Day. People are booking cruises like crazy. And that's the beginning, the first quarter of the year is considered wave season. They throw a lot of great specials, drop prices. That's for cruises and pretty much for any travel. So if you're looking to travel, make sure you get in time because I can tell you, I think I'm a lot busier than I was at the start of last year. So it's a bit hectic around here. So anyway, get your vacations booked. It's time to go.
Well, that's why in January, a lot of people start thinking, I want to do something. I'm ready to do something. You get over the Christmas stuff. You get over, spending all the money, overspending too much, giving too much to your kids, your friends, coworkers, whatever. If you're a giver, you're giving.
Give a cruise.
Yep.
No. Take a cruise.
Give a cruise. Give a cruise. Yeah.
I saw something today. My marriage is happy because I book a cruise. That could apply to us.
What is your New Year's resolution?
Book 10 more cruises this year.
Let's go. Let's go. That first
is.
responder cruise. You don't have to be a first responder. We got a few people on it, not first responders, but we also have a special. The rates are discounted, and all first responders, right? Still get the $100 onboard credit.
Yes.
Yes, first responders. If we can document that, you're registered. Amy's got every cabin $100 extra, so take that right off the price. Our prices are right now still lower than what's online. So if you call us, you can still get on that. I think we're up to.
Don't wait, because
how many people on there now?
80 something.
80 something. We're going to be over 100 for sure. But it's going to. Oh, plus we're doing. Billy is going to be doing a casino slot thing. We're going to be doing a casino tour.
All kinds of stuff.
We're going to be doing a whole thing on gambling, how to whatever. We got an expert on craps, blackjack.
Roulette,
her and I are really good, and
slots.
so is Billy on slots. We're going to show you how to maximize your dollar, have fun, maybe win a little bit more money. Actually, win more money. But there's going to be a slot tournament. We have a private cocktail party that we're doing just
Pub
for
crawl.
first.
We're doing
a pub crawl. This is going to be amazing. And the ports: Grand Cayman, Jamaica, Cozumel, and our favorite port, which is Great Stirrup Cay. For the size and whatever, we just had a lot of good memories from Great Stirrup Cay. Plus, the drink package is included, so don't worry about a big bar bill. You need to get on this cruise. If ever you want to travel with us, now's the time to do it. Okay, moving on. Let's do the year in a review. Great year.
Quickly.
Some bad things happened out there, right? There's a lot of stuff going on, strifing, but we're going to talk some positive stuff. So let's go right down. Cruising World, new record from cruise line industry for their production, more selling, more cabins, more profit. So good for the cruise lines. World's largest cruise ship, Icon launched and is coming here. World's largest
Which
ever.
We have groups on. Don't miss your chance to get on that.
China's back in the cruising market. They got their cruise ship, a 500,000 passenger Adora on Magic City. But a couple cruise lines are going back there. I think it's MSC and Royal Caribbean right away have signed off. They're going back to China.
We'll see how that goes. Didn't work out for them so good last time. But
21 new cruise ships were delivered in 2023.
wow.
Explorer Journeys, that's MSC. I talked to you a little bit about that. That launched. That's their expedition high-end cruise line that Explorer Journeys launched. So MSC, congratulations on that. No ships to the scrapyard. Yay!
Yeah,
finally, no ships to the scrapyard.
Yes.
Yeah, countless rescues at sea. We got to give a shout out to our United States Coast Guard and the cruise line industry. Over 50 people. We just did a short number of checking back. Over 50 people rescued by cruise ships. Several of them were migrants with 14, 15, 18, 12, 4, 5. But countless rescues at sea, saving people's lives. So great job on the cruise lines. We're stepping in. No ship scrap, countless. Let's see. Oh, multiple new cruise ship terminals open, going to supersized terminals all around. Port Canaveral, they're redoing the parking garages. Miami's building the massive, going to be the largest cruise ship terminal in the world is MSC, Port of Miami, next to the brand new Norwegian, the brand new Royal Caribbean, and the brand new Carnival down there. Great things happening. Mask and COVID tests are gone.
Well, that was great.
That was great.
Well,
we forgot about it. It was a phasing out, but they're gone. We're not. Nope. Ada meets its 5-year Ada cruise line, which is a German cruise line. Ada, we talked about that before. They have a kind of a funky mural on the side. But anyway, with that said, it's they made 5 years in service. So they've been in business for 5 years, going strong. Carnival, their full fleet completely back in service, everything renovated, fixed, back in service for Carnival Corporation 2023. Plus, here's a number that I found. Think about this. 3.5 million new cruisers that went through Carnival Corporation that have never cruised before.
Wow.
We talked about this. Only 48% of North America have cruised. That number's changing. It's going to continue to grow. So it's a wide open market. Very positive stuff.
Yeah.
And I didn't touch on the travel stuff. It'd be too long, but going to Europe, back in these foreign countries, airline travel, Restrictions are lifted from Canada all across the UK. So great news for travel this year, 2023, 2024, even better.
Even better. All right, so let's. Ooh, I'm not doing them both. At the same
Stocks,
time.
joke of the week.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about stocks. Down a little bit. Carnival 1636. Royal Caribbean $117.35. It's still over $100. Norwegian 1733. Delta 38.77. American 12.96. Southwest 27.32. United 39.52. And JetBlue $4.91. Still can't believe that.
So if you guys aren't kicking yourself now, so the stocks. So Royal Caribbean 117 was up to 119. Maybe it was 121. I think
it was over 120. Yeah.
Yeah, it was $23 2 years ago. Carnival 1636 was under $8. Norwegian was under at 17 something. They were down around $9. Should have bought it. Should have bought it. Should have taken all of your money and put it in there. And that brings us to our joke of the week. Oh, did we share? Because we're going to do the drawing.
Yes, we got it. Everybody share.
And from last week when I was there, Amy's sending out the gift cards for the 4 that won the 25 pounds. Okay, she already did it.
Yep.
Okay, so those are the winners. Joke of the week. You ready for this one?
I don't know that I'm ready because.
All right, this is trust me, I have polled a few people.
Okay.
So you know, and everybody said it's good. So
okay, let's hear it.
This is a bar joke.
Scared.
So a guy walks into a bar. There's 3 signs posted. Cheeseburger $8.50, chicken sandwich $9.50, hand job $10.50. So guy's like, what?
Okay.
So take him back. He walks up to the bar. He finds the best looking female waitress, bartender he can find. Walks over to her. Can I talk to you? Very quietly, he whispers to her and says, hey, I saw the sign. Are you the one that gives the hand jobs? She goes, why, yes, and purrs. And he goes, good, wash your hands. I'll take the cheeseburger at $8.50.
I don't even know. I don't even know what to do with you with these jokes.
I got that. That was YouTube and Facebook approved.
He thinks that he is
for all
so funny. All of you. Boo.
I haven't been to that bar yet. I haven't been to that bar yet. I don't know where that bar is, but I gotta find it. It's probably. I don't know if it's in Miami. No. Cheers.
Yeah, it's hilarious. You guys don't help when you laugh at his jokes. You know that, right? You encourage him to continue with these crazy, stupid jokes.
Well, it's the Happy New Year, so we're gonna do some drawings.
We have 2. We're back to $10. All right, our first winner tonight is Karen May. Congratulations. She'll be happy. I think it's been a hot minute since
May.
Yes.
What if Karen may not?
Well, I think
Karen
she
may. Karen may not.
Karen. Great.
That could be the joke of the week.
Oh my gosh. All right, and our next winner is Heather. Congratulations to Karen and Heather.
Heather.
I have both of your emails, so I will get those out to you. Oh, you missed the joke. Go back and rewatch it.
I can tell it again.
No,
I'm good.
If he's not telling it again, you have to go back and rewatch. Not telling
it was
it
safe.
Again.
It was safe.
Oh,
it was a good one. You're gonna have to watch it. Go back to watch it. Ooh.
I don't
Steve,
even know.
boo. Steve gives me a boo.
He gives you a boo.
That's
he
a good
laughs
one,
at your
Steve.
jokes.
All right, you're not good. You're voted off. You're not going to the bar with me. But you are going to first responder cruise.
Oh my goodness.
Steve, please get on that first responder cruise. We have several people that are going to be on
All
that.
Of you should
we
be
are
on the
going
first
to have
responder
a
cruise.
blast. The ports alone are worth going to.
And we're going to have a live audience for Islands Wednesday, so that'll be fantastic.
It's going to be a live one. And
yeah.
Ta-da. Yes. It's going to be great.
All right, guys. So I hope your new year, has started off great. Do not get this stupid cold because it lasts forever. But we've started our new year out very busy, and we're looking forward to starting it off with a cruise next weekend. I'm so excited. Even though we go all the time, I'm so excited for every single cruise that we do. So,
all right, let's hope the very best for America and around the world. 2024 is a new year. Let's turn around some of the negativity and positive, and let's go with. And I'm going to see Steve and Earl on here. 990
trips.
990
Book it
January. Be at 990. 990.
All
Steve,
right, guys.
We got to see you.
Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. The rest of the weekend, and we will see you next week for Islands Wednesday.
Happy New Year, everyone. Stay safe.
Bye, guys.